I wasn't talking to her. I was talking to cool cunts, you know?
How are your old mate Jay and Dunc back with another episode of Not For Radio. I'll tell you who else is back as well. One of the great friends of the podcast is Country Trucker Caps, best caps you can get. Also has his own podcast, Proper True Yarns. His name's Knuckles. We're going to get into that chat shortly, but first we do have some of Knuckles' hats to give away at the end of the podcast.
Yes.
If a key word for that. We don't normally do the giveaways on the episodes that are for everyone. We normally just leave that for the Sniper Elite.
But Knuckles is a man of the people.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely loves it. He's got fucking more stories than a Chinese skyscraper as well, which is why we love getting him in. He lives just, and we get into it in the podcast, just one of the wildest lives. He is self-made, just such a fucking generous bloke with his time, with the wealth that he's accrued as well. He just never stops. And looking at his travel schedule for the next month is just mind-boggling. We think we've got a bit on. We think we're spinning a few plates. This bloke is managing to keep basically an entire crockery store up in the air at all times, and what would normally sound like a fucking Greek wedding, he just doesn't let anything hit the floor. He's an impressive human.
Yeah, and if you would like to check us out, see our ugly mugs, we're on YouTube now. You can catch most of the episodes going up on YouTube, heaps of shorts, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the rest of it. You can just search Not For Radio. And we do mention the Sniper Elite. If you do want to become a Sniper Elite member, it's the best way to support us. Very easy. It's in the show notes. Just click through. Costs you less than a beer a month, and we'll slide you over 250 episodes of Not For Radio. So if you've burnt through the rest of them, there are some absolute fucking buckling yarns in some of the other episodes as well. Well, heaps of them, actually. Pretty much every one. I'm just like exhausted from laughing. So they're like these ones. But like I say, there's a whole treasure trove of outstanding content and yarns that you guys have sent through. And also, in particular, if you have sent us a yarn and you haven't heard it on the podcast, there's a high chance that it might have gone on one of the Sniper Elite episodes too.
Yeah, have heaps of people messaging that have had fucking absolutely cracking war stories that go up on the Sniper Elite podcast that they're completely unaware of, and find them about a year later once they're churning back through the back catalogue after finally take the plunge and pay whatever it is, whatever the equivalent of the 8 fucking South Pacific pesos, which is known as the New Zealand dollar.
Hey, happy Friday to you. You're going to bloody love today's podcast. And have a great weekend. We're not going to sign off at the end of this one. But like I say, at the end, keep your ears. Well, it's the bloody podcast turned up and your ears peeled. Do you say that? Eyes peeled, ears open? I don't know. There'll be a keyword. Fuck yeah, it is. Up the wires.
Up the wires.
What a refreshing cup of Not For Radio with Jay and Dunc.
What a fucking treat. Knuckles, Country Trucker Caps, Proper True Yarns, second time on Not For Radio. Welcome back to New Zealand, mate.
Hey, thanks for having me, boys. It's a pleasure.
So I see you've dialed up the largest event of rock listeners to go and pedal your hats at, Mystery Creek, for field days.
Mate, I seen that message and said, give them a little bit of a nudge. Fuck me. They come from the hills. They come from the south. They come from the north, left, right, and centre.
That's because I said they were going to get free hand jobs.
Boys got calluses left, right, and centre, mate. They fucking had to resort to their throats. It was, thanks to the plug. Holy fuck, everyone come, mate. There would have been thousands of people that come up and said, "Fucking listening to the rock. Yeah, where's their free item?" Or you got to buy a hat first. Fuck yeah, you can't just get free shit. Yeah, it's not like every other store, but it's good, mate. It's good to be here. I was meant to come last year and so couldn't come. But now it's fucking what an event.
It's crazy.
Some of the team were so it's like a big agricultural show here in New Zealand for the international listeners, but. Some of the crew were down there yesterday and they were talking about some of the setups were just ridiculous. Like there's a McDonald's they've built there. There's some of the banks have built whole houses. There's like shed companies that have built sheds on their sites that'll just get taken down on Monday, I guess.
I was talking to one of the fellas that do all the setup for it, and even the pavilion we're in, like you would think it was a permanent pavilion, and he said there's only one actual fixed structure on the whole fucking site.
Yeah.
And like you said, you're just looking out over a village of fucking buildings, and you think how do they put them up or get it done? But it's a credit to them.
Is there anything like that in Aussie?
Not to that degree, man. Like probably the closest would maybe be Beef Week in Rocky. It's once every 3 years.
Yeah, okay.
And it's sort of like same thing. All the farmers come in. It's international. And same thing. The banks set up like fucking buildings, but nothing to that, man. That's fucking. It's off its head. probably the biggest show would be equivalent for walking distance wise would be Gunnedah Agquip. It is a cracker, but fuck, man, it's like this is on steroids. Yeah, it's
It's
Arnold
the biggest,
Schwarzenegger.
the biggest in the Southern Hemisphere, I believe, and people come from across the globe, and they're like a lot of these marketing budgets for that rural sector. 95% of it is attributed to this one event.
Yeah,
like they just fucking go all chips into the middle, and they've got to be peacocking the hardest because everyone walks around there, particularly at the moment with the payout the way it is in dairy. Fuck those big boys in those tractor outfits and that they are throwing their best foot forward just to make sure they're soaking up some dollars out of these cockies that are doing okay at the moment with the payout.
Oh, 100%. And the thing is, too, I spoke to one of the boys from the insurance companies, and he said, like, we make no money out of this. He said, but if we don't come, that's what fucking people talk about. And they go, well, fuck you. You know, we've insured you for 40 years, and we should get our cup of coffee and a fucking muffin at breakfast. You know, like, eat a dick. Like, one time we get something back off the old insurance man.
Small price to pay for a couple of $100,000 in insurance a year.
Yeah, exactly right. You know, like,
It'd be so tough being the face of an insurance company after all of the natural disasters that we've had in New Zealand over the last couple of years. Fuck, they must cop some hidings, those poor pricks. Whoever draws a short straw to face everyone at the field day, fuck, they need a pay rise.
yeah, cop this cunt. Okay.
The last time, famously, there were these massive floods through Canterbury, like fucking 100-year floods, and they got taken out, and the Prime Minister came through and gave them a pie. Everyone's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Tone deaf.
Yeah. After they had to, they planted out these riparian plantings, like, which is, farmers in New Zealand, fucking elite. They go over and above what needs to be done. They're massive in driving these riparian plantings and replanting natives with no discounts and all on their own dollar. And after being forced into it and they're having that stretched out, and they got fucking literally put them in the ground, and then that fucking storm came through and washed pretty much every single one of the fuckers away. And she turns up with a pie. I said 120 grams worth of native trees. Fuck off out to sea, and you give me a fucking semi-cold wet pie.
Sure, some cunt didn't throw it at her.
Oh, yeah.
Just fucking rinse her and meaties.
Yeah. It was,
Geez, you've been giving the old pie reviews on the Country Trucker Caps
fuck, I was
Instagram.
going to bring in a chalky milk.
Yeah,
Fuck.
nah, it's
I
all
see
good.
you tried the 8.5 for the Lewis Road Creamery chalky milk.
No, but you went the lactose-free one.
Mate,
That's why.
in my defence, I didn't buy it. One of the boys bought it, and they thought apparently it was the only one on the shelf. So they just assumed it was all lactose free.
Yeah.
So I've given them the task to serve. I said, find a fucking real one. I said, because it was good, but fuck, man, you need lactose in chocolate milk. Fuck
Yeah.
me dead.
What's in it? If it's not milk.
That's what I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like, what do you?
I've got like a reduced version of it, I think. Yeah, the OG. I don't know if you heard the storm about it. So the great marketing in behind it. Lewis Road Creamery did a cracking job when they came out with their chocolate milk, because everything that they do is just premiumised. So what we should be doing globally is what they're doing domestically. So they've got what we do as a staple, as a primary industry, and then they just fucking ramp it up. So if you go to somebody's house, you open their fridge and they're running Lewis Road Creamery and butter, you go, fucking, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
You're running a good cutter. And then they partnered up with Whittaker's, and then they made this chocolate milk, and they just fucking drip fed it in, and people were buying it and selling it on Facebook Marketplace for like 3 times the amount. Like it was a fucking,
It was like $50 a bottle at one point.
it went crazy,
Yeah.
and it became termed as the Lewis Road Creamery model. So
That's what like Prime did that too.
Yes, yeah.
Well, no, well, the lactose is good, but yeah, I can't wait to get and from
full whack.
unleaded to leaded, mate. I want the fucking the proper gear. Fucking oath.
What
Mate,
about the pies?
Mate, the pies have been pretty good, like, but the same thing, mate. Like the one that this young kid brought up from Foursquare was the best.
Was
like,
it?
Yeah.
I think I saw that. Was that a curry
It was
pie?
it was a butter chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So but
they
it
do
was
Dad's Pies, because they're part of the supermarket chain. So I think it's
Maybe.
Dad's Pies do them on behalf of Foursquare. I could be wrong in saying that. Someone that owns a Foursquare is like, shut the fuck up. We make those in house. Well, I doubt it.
Mate, all the pastry's been good, like, so far. Like, it's been because that's usually Australia got this yellow fucking shitty pastry that they think's the best, but it's fucking horrendous, But yeah, I've been trying. I'll go home 10 kilos fucking heavier with all this chocolate milk and pies and
Primo and pies.
Yeah, rinsing them down with spates and having to try to find a Pals can just to let it fucking skinny on the way home. But mate, we ended up the other day. other night. So we're sitting at I tell you, I don't know, shout out to him because it's fucking horrendous beer, that George beer, whatever the fuck that George beer.
Yeah.
There's nothing good about fucking George, brother. You need I apologise to rinse you out, good George, and if you got connections to the podcast, might have to get cut, but fuck you, bro. Whoever's tasting your shit, man, needs to fucking get their taste buds rearranged because I went through the whole lot and even the lemonades and all, it is fucking horrendous. Like, thank God I'm an alcoholic, otherwise I wouldn't have drunk the shit, you know? It was fucking rank. But, yeah, and we're sitting in the Good George tent because you have to wait for everyone to fuck off from field days, you know, so you can get a bit of a clear run. And the lady, shout out to him, Justin Sinton, he's got the hat I got on. He's a lad who helped me get all the boxes over to his place. But his missus goes, Andrew Hamilton's performing comedy tonight out of town. I'm like, fucking what? Like, I'm good mates with Hemo from back home. He's a good comedian. Like, he fought on the podcast Royale. Had him on my podcast. And I'm like, fuck off. I was like, Andrew Hamilton's performing in Hamilton. Anyway, she's like, no, it's out at Fota Fota. And I'm like, Fota Fota? And I look, how do you need to have a segment, boys, of, like, it's Wata Wata, not Fota Fota. So you need to have, like, New Zealand names and get Aussies or get other people to pronounce these fucking names how it should be pronounced, not fucking how you pronounce it. Because she's going, no, Fota Fota. I'm like, it's not, where's the F and the W? You can't get the fucking out of the same sound. Like, you know,
there's the white person way of saying it, and there's the right way of saying it.
So I probably won't be getting made past the car park after this is released. Fucking once we're worried, fucking on the way out.
Did you go to the show?
Mate, went to the show. My plan was to sit at the back, like, and because he didn't know I was going. He didn't know I was in New Zealand. I didn't know he's in fucking New Zealand. And it was the plan to get out the back in the dark and, you know, just like with a Kiwi accent, just say, you shit, Hamilton, you fucking shit, bro. Or, fuck you, cuss, you can't fight for fuck. Or, bros, he beat you, bro. And just sort of like try that so he couldn't see me. Fucking walk in the door and the cunt's there straight away and my whole plan got blown out of the water. Just fucking, yeah. But a very, very fucking loose thing happened. And I don't know, you might need the same thing, you might need to get cut, but it might get told, not for radio, means not for radio. So we're standing there after the show, and it's me, Hemo, one of my workers, Hemo's missus. Anyway, there's this fella come up, and he's like, Hemo, come. He goes, I'll give you $2,000 to come back and perform private show at my house. Me and all the boys. He said, unlimited piss and unlimited cocaine. You're right to come back here.
And fodder, cocaine, okay.
And there I'm just going, well, what is going on? You know, like, fucking hell, you know, I had no idea. And literally, because Hemo, he did, his whole comedy act is revolved around the fact that he got done for mushrooms and coke, and he did 4-month stint. And he sort of started writing prison food reviews. He'd be a good one to get on the potty, boys. He's a fucking legend.
He's come, like, we fell upon him because we try and do these things for Friday Funny.
Yeah.
And he just sits outside of what we could put on the radio.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, fair. But it's also a story too because in the sense that, like, he went to jail. Like, he was pretty big, you know, but he went to jail. Did 4 months, like fucking nothing. And still did 4 months. And he's got and he's writing prison food reviews, you know, like about the sandwiches and shit. Like, and he's, you know, he's just a funny fucker. And then he read the reviews to the people and, like, perform comedy. So it's about his whole stint. His comedy act's about his stint from where he got done to the whole show. And it is so funny. So back to well, like, Hemo's like, oh no, I probably shouldn't, mate. You know, like, you know, I don't go down the path anymore. You know, like, I'm sort of, you know, I'm in a different country. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I don't know who you are. And he's like, no. He goes, come back, man, mate. And he just kept going, this fucking. Anyway, he goes, righto, Hamilton, no, all good, mate. I get the hint. He goes, maybe next time. So this guy in the middle of the Fodder pub opens this massive sandwich bag full of cocaine, puts his hand in it and fucking drops it out on the table in front of us in the fucking main pub, and then just leaves it there and taps Hemo on the back and says, all good, mate, you might come home, but enjoy your night. And all of us just looking at each other and going, what the fuck has just happened here? Like, you know, so, yeah, I think Hemo had his notes down on the table, and he sort of just brushed them down and just put it in his notes. And what he did with his notes, I've got no idea. But fucking, yeah, that is a proper true yarn from Wada Fodder Fodder. on a Wednesday night.
He is not going to fucking sleep until 2030. I guarantee that's not going to
Yeah, so
man.
mate, that was just a random thing to fucking welcome to New Zealand. Like, but no, it was
Standard Wednesday, eh? Yeah. Holy.
Yeah, so it was pretty fucking loose, man. Like, yeah, but no.
When you text me, I was like, how's it all going? You go, fuck, have I got a story coming from the pub? And you have delivered.
It just fucking blew me away. And then, like, me worker Jake, he's only just started. Go figure, he's a vegan cyclist, so I never thought I'd employ one of them cunts. But anyway, makes it easy to have someone to pay the piss out of on the road or to deviate the situation too. But no, he eats chicken and fish, so he's not that bad, but he's still a cyclist, so it's fucked. Makes it real handy selling them fuck cyclist hats we do. Jake's just like, he goes, what the fuck just happened, man? He goes, I hear all these mad yarns and shit you say, so I think they're bullshit half the time. He said, legitimately, fucked up things just happen to you. Yeah. Like, you couldn't write on that and, narrate that shit. So
I got a message from you on my birthday. You sent me a nice sweet video, and you're on fucking super yacht in Monaco.
Yeah. So that was
How was that
pretty,
shift?
That's pretty cool.
Had you been to Monaco before then?
Mate, I'd never been to Europe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, never been to Europe.
Fuck,
So.
you really started at the top. A super yacht in Monaco for the Formula One. Shit from there. Good luck.
Yeah, frogs' legs in France were fucked after that, I tell you that much. But no, it's good. So a good friend of mine, we're actually at the AFL. This is a prop tree yarn too. We're at the AFL Grand Final watching. We sponsor Brizzy Lions, so we're watching the Lions play. And we're in the corporate section, and mate of mine says, he goes, mate, what are you doing at the end of May? To my wife, and Bridie goes, we got a wedding in Kandanga in the end of, and it's a little dairy farm community sort of in Queensland, and me mate goes, he said, I've just booked tickets for you. We're on a super yacht in Monaco on that date, and Bridie goes, Mark, we can't go, we got a wedding on. And I turned and I said, you can't go. I said, I'm going to fucking Monaco. I said, I'll make it up for it at his Bucks party. I said, and we'll send him a nice bottle of rum. Dad, I'm going to Monaco. This fucking yacht is calling me. So, yeah, and then we got our flights and then headed over. And, mate, it was off its fucking lemon spread. Like, the first night you're there, you come in, like, the people on the boat. So, our boat's parked up. Beside us, you've got Leonardo DiCaprio's boat. It's got like fucking Bezos's on it, fucking Sofia Vergara, all these mad fuckers just there, like beside you. And then all that. So super rich business people. Just go on this experience. That is actually called Ultimate Driving Experience. I'll probably fuck the name of that company up actually because we didn't do the drive. But what they do is they hire they give you supercars in a group to drive before the event, and halfway is at Monaco, and then the back end you drive. But we didn't do the drive. Like I'd like to do the drive next time. But yeah, so you drive like Ferraris, Lambos, an F1 car, like an old F1 car, and they just race it. They race them around Europe. Yeah, so that was like the boys that did. They said it was fucking sick.
What a great idea.
Oh, mate, and so they're doing unlimited speeds in these and they all mix a different car up, and so you can drive all the, all super high, like McLarens and different shit, Porsches, and it was fucking crazy. But it was funny one night on the boat, like.
Do you stay on the boat or do you stay in hotels?
You can stay on the boat. We stayed at Nice, so 45 minutes away, and you just car in every day, and but I'd just stay till the end, till it's pretty much like field days. Fucking get pissed before, let everyone fuck off, and then just get out of there. Yeah. So it was always like us were the last ones getting kicked off the fucking boat. It's like you got to go. People want to sleep, can't like get out of their room, like leave them alone. But one night because you're not all the yachts are lined up, and unless you're fucking super famous or something, you can't. You've got security guards at the start of each ramp to go up to the yacht. Yeah. So I literally one night, I remember being that blind, I was on 3 different yachts.
Good night.
Mate, just meeting all these different people, like just saying, and just winging the fuck out of it, man. And I remember looking and just fucking, like, because they're side by side, and looking and just hearing my wife going, what the fuck are you doing over there? And I'm like, I just turned and look, and she's just there, like, just screaming. I'm like, I'm not putting up with that shit. So I just turn my back and just keep talking to the friend. Anyway, 20 minutes later, fucking, I just hear this screaming at the bottom of the yacht. Fucking, my wife's trying to get up there because, you know, she thought I'd fell in because everyone's like, where'd you go? And I was like, fuck, do I know? I wasn't answering my phone. I wasn't talking to her. I was talking to cool cunts, you know? Like, fucking, and then, I was on some actor's boat. I didn't even know who he was. He didn't know who I was. But, fucking happy days. And then she's at the bottom of the ramp just fucking screaming, get him off the fucking boat. He shouldn't be there. I'm like, thanks, Dale. Much appreciated. So
Real low key, babes.
Yeah,
Real low key.
A text would have been okay.
yeah. 5 minutes after that, the whole of Ocean's 11 ride. So thanks, Dale. I missed out on fucking meeting Brad Pitt and George Clooney. Cheers, hun.
Actual.
Yeah, so
Holy shit.
yeah, fucking anyway. Cheers, Dale. Much appreciated.
They were going onto the same boat.
Yeah. Apparently, so as I said, the actor was telling me about. So that was sort of like me, like tripling down every mad story that I had to get there, or to maintain my spot on a boat that I shouldn't have been on. I'm like thinking, fucking every mad yarn or different shit I can do to be that cool Aussie bloke on the boat that potentially may meet one of them folks.
What's the racing like from there as well? Because I mean, obviously you turn up and it's almost not about the racing. It's just about the piss up on the boat. So
it is, mate. Yeah. So we on race day they give you a slot. So different experience are different. Our yacht was, you could see a bit of the track, but but fuck all, you know. Even in the grandstand, so they give you tickets, and on race day you go down for the first half of the race or the second half. And I just said we go down for the first half. So everything's a tender. Like you get a little tender out, and then you go around, you park up, you get in the grandstand. And you sit there in the wait. I tell you, one thing you want to do, the fucking Monaco national anthem, man. It's like it's a bit of a jam, eh?
Yeah.
I think we need to fucking Google how to find that.
I'll bring it up.
Yeah, mate. It was. I sat there and thought, if this was the Australian national anthem, like more people would get around Australia. Like it's fucking cool. Like, and it sort of had a bit of a fun beat. There was no words. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
There's two national anthems that don't have words, and theirs is one of them.
Yeah, it was fucking cool. Like, and we're sitting there, and then it's same thing. The cars go, and from the grandstand, mate, you only get to see a very minute part of it, like of the race. So, viewing wise, I would say probably not.
Here we go.
Oh, they're singing.
I fucked that up. Is it the same tune though?
Oh, I think so, but I might have been pretty pissed when I heard it. Sounded a bit better than that. But there was. I don't know. The one I heard had no words.
And some drum and bass or something
Yeah,
behind
it was sort of kicked. They might have Fisher remixing it. I don't know. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And yeah, so as far as watching from the boat, it was pretty shit, but I guess
I like to know when you see them on TV and everyone like you on the boat. It's nice to know, be like, those fuckers aren't seeing much.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not about that. When you're in the grandstand, when you're watching a live F1 event, having never been, is it almost fucking pointless trying to watch the cars go past? Are they that fast? Like, boom, boom.
This might be what it is. So then, I was just going to say at the F1, the national anthems of the three top drivers are played. So it might have been one of theirs.
Potentially.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It was cool. Well, it wouldn't have been. Oscar was the top, and fucking so he's Australian, and then I'm not sure. I swear it was the fucking Monaco national. Anyway, we'll put it in later or find it or fucking do something. But
It wasn't Garden of Eden by Lady Gaga, was it?
I don't think so.
What international artists did they have playing there that year?
Mate, I fucked if I know. There's no real. It was mainly just DJ'd, eh?
Yeah, okay.
Like but the opulence of wealth, mate. Like as I said, some kind of boat had $3 million watch. That's the price of my farm. It's just.
Is it hard to wrap your head around that sort of wealth when you're around that much of it? Like you would just be like, what the fuck am I doing here? For starters.
Yeah, literally just a bust ass hat maker from Australia. You fucking no one special. But same thing. Like I'm always been the thing is it doesn't matter how much money you got or whoever you are. You're a good person, treat people right, and you're just another dick in the shower. Like it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't sort of.
Just another dick in the shower. Fuck, that's a great way of looking at it.
Did you been around that many? Because you never stop hustling. Like hence, this week here in New Zealand at Field Days, do you strike up any good convos with people for the business?
Yeah, mate. So we've also just started charity back home too.
Nice.
So yeah, it's just called Get Yourself Checked. It's when you start a charity, the whole thing being around just blokes getting themselves checked, in Hull. But when you start a charity, you've got to nominate where one designated thing it goes to. You can't just spread it across. So we just said for prostate cancer. So best mate and I, his family's they've got a long term history of it, and we're sick and tired of going to big corporate functions, spending heap of money there and not knowing where the fuck it goes, So we said, well, if we do this, at least we can, put the money where it has to be. We get the #1 prostate cancer surgeon in the world. He's on, as an advisor. So, if we raise $1 million, we're looking to raise $1 million at our first gala. At least we can say, okay, well, a machine might be $400,000, So instead of donating that $1 million to hospital and then going, we purchased one machine, and the rest went in admin fees. We fucking don't want that shit, man.
Yeah, there's a team here in Christchurch called Canine.
Dunedin.
Oh, Dunedin, sorry.
Yeah.
And so they've got these dogs that can sniff your piss and find out you've got cancer before a machine can.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking wild. And it was across 12 different types of cancer.
Wow.
It's something fucked. This is
It was unreal. And they can't get
Are
funding.
they still around?
Yeah, they battle to get funding.
They're
Really?
It's once the dogs are trained up, and it takes about 2 years for the dogs to be trained up. There's a 98 or 99% success rate on what
Can we Google what fucking cancers they can, or if there's something there? Because fuck, man, that's something that I would throw money at. Because fuck, man, that's unbelievable.
Crazy,
Yeah, so they've got the background and behind it is you've got the way to test for anything is to test the exhaust products of the body. So breath, piss, and fucking whatever comes out your ass basically is the way you can test what's happening internally in the body. And so they've got these dogs, and it was wild. It was a month before it would pop up in any form of mechanized screening, the dogs will get it. And a month in a cancer prognosis
it's huge.
Is massive. It's the difference between stage 1 and 3 sometimes.
Absolutely, yeah. See, because what I think our biggest message too is around it. A lot of all them old boys, they used to just go to the doctor and get their arsehole pronged, like the old prostate cancer check. Some blokes like it, a lot of blokes don't. It all depends. Also, it all depends how long your doctor's fingers are. That also describes how much you like the experience. But we
so they're also very frowned upon when you're wanking when they do it. Makes it easier for you, harder for them.
It's bad when they give you both the shoulders and massage at the same time. Doc, I don't think that's your finger. But so we've got and that's just a basic blood test now. Same thing you talk about meeting people on the boat. I met this incredible surgeon who's going to come and speak on it. He's got 80 doctors. He's got 100% success rate. He said he goes MRI. He goes PSA test might pick up stuff. He said, but mate, same thing. If you have a wank beforehand, or you have a violent shit, or or something's off, he goes, that test mightn't reflect of what's going on. He said, if you MRI that area, he said, you guarantee straight away to find out. He said, fucking bang, you can sort it and make it happen. So just, I guess, knowledge is power, and finding out and being around them people. But there's some fucking
There's some such clever people out there, eh?
Oh, mate.
And a lot of the time, if they get to those positions, they're not overly keen on sharing that information around because obviously it's what props them up.
Okay, here we go. Oh, and so the part of the thing is for all the testing, which makes it niggly, they've got to go and collect urine samples that can't be that old from people with cancer and people without cancer. So that's you can imagine trying to collect people's piss all the time is a fucking nightmare. But anyway, prostate cancer, bowel cancer, ovarian cancer, and they can correctly identify positive cases up to 95% and specifically identify negative cases up to 97%.
Wow.
So they have 300 million scent receptors. Humans have 5 million. Hence, they can detect parts per trillion, which is like finding one drop of blood in 20 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
How fucked is that?
Wow. So why don't they just literally, could they not get something where they put one at every fucking hospital?
Would make sense,
they could,
right?
They basically, you can get the sample sent from wherever to them, but they're struggling to pay for the funding to keep the dogs or basically to train new dogs. But it's just it's one of those things that are big, and I'm not blaming Big Pharma because fucking business is business, but you look at that and you go, how are we going to make money out of that?
Yeah.
Instead of how can we change people's lives?
That's right, exactly. Yeah.
And that should be the question that you lead with.
That's fucking A, because and it's until fucking the CEO of Big Pharma gets fucking then utilise that, but they're still not going to fucking give them the money.
Yeah, and it's also they reckon that the next iteration of it is being able to, because then you've got to go through these processes of you testing new products that will then help with combating against cancers or whatever it was. It could be anything. Like if you were to say, if you put a fucking thumb-sized piece of ginger up your ass, it'll take care of prostate cancer. People start fucking shoving ginger up their ass. Like, you could test everything that there is, but they go, here's a pill, and you need to see if this has a cure for these 3 cancers. And you find out it cures Alzheimer's, fucking rickets, scurvy, fucking ingrown toenails. But because it doesn't attribute to what they're pushing it for, all that information that they've discovered gets fucking buried so that they get another funding round. And that's why Movember came about, because they're like, if we're funding you, you need to share it with fucking everyone. It needs to be open sourced and it can't be commercialized.
Yeah.
And so that's why you've got the head of fucking prostate cancer in India working with a guy in Ireland, working with a guy in the States, working with a guy in Australia, and it's called the Global Action Plan, where they all have to share it together.
Yeah.
But they were looking at how they could fund, because it's not medical research, it's actually the dogs don't fit into the category that they can fund it. And they're like, this is great. Any of our partners want to jump on board and push this? This is fucking real good stuff for us, because prostate's one of those ones that you can, I don't know how much people know about it, but you can live with prostate cancer your entire life and it not affect you.
Yeah,
you can stay on top of it. So people think, fuck, I've got a high PSA rating. You might have had a high PSA rating from the age of 10, and when you're fucking 70, it's still the same.
Yeah.
So you've got to know what yours is. And it used to be finger in the ass, does it feel like a walnut or does it feel like a pool ball? And if it feels like a walnut, we've got to fucking take the thing out. Then you take it out. You might have problems with your waterworks. You might piss. You might not be able to get a bar up from there. And then people go, well, fuck it, I'd rather die than not get an erection. So it's like, fuck. Like you said, knowledge is power.
And that's where that Dr. Boone, shout out to him, he's that #1 prostate cancer. I thought thinks the world. If not, he's definitely Australia. He every one of his patients said he gets their prostate out. He just whacks a pump in straight away.
Yeah.
He goes, so regardless, the boys can still get a fat. He goes, because it's the after effects of that, that can come, especially if you get it young, fucking not being able to use your cock anymore is pretty devastating.
The cool part about it,
You've got cancer. You can't use your cock anymore. My cock!
they and correct me if I'm wrong, from what I can gather, is the pump basically replaces one of your testes. So you just squeeze your nut and you fucking pump it up. And then there's like a release valve somewhere that you lets it down, eh?
Yeah.
Or it slowly drains out or
I
something.
wonder if you can choose the PSI on that. Like, I want something that looks like it's fucking been on a mutant round of roids.
Yeah.
You had
I want this thing looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger's arm at the peak of his fucking steroid abuse, just veiny as fuck.
I want a bike girl put on, say, heading up the highway at the missus and just head into the survey. She's horny. You're doing quick.
One of those ones that jams down the lift struts on a Formula 1 car. He's got it plugged in the ciggy light and just fucking pumping away. A Makita 18-volt fucking brushless.
Boys, one thing I do, we're talking about cocks.
How are?
Fucking Portaloos in New Zealand. You used them for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mate, you don't have fucking two things. One positive.
Yeah.
You got a pisser. You got a piss and a
Don't have them in
shitter.
Aussie.
No, they don't. But in Aussie, what we do have is fucking somewhere where you can wash your fucking hands.
We just put hand sanitizer in there, eh? Did they have that?
They had hand sanitizer, but what? You get a bit of shit on your fucking hand and you just fucking hand sanitizer the cunt. Why does it go with that?
Do you shit on your hands?
Sometimes when you...
It's a wipe technique.
Yeah, when you go through cloth, mate, you might have a little bit of turd, I don't know. I'm just saying, there's obviously better wipers than us. But it's just us three blokes went, why the fuck is there no hand...
And maybe because of that, I think at all costs, a Kiwi will avoid shitting in a Portaloo.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's real. Like I'll sit on it for 3 days instead of shitting in a Portaloo.
People going to
Splashback in a Portaloo.
People going to field days and festivals just fucking jam themselves up with fucking stoppers. Like they've just been to Bali and been running solid. They just put a cork in it and then they'll shit a loaf of bread literally fucking 4 days later, tear their asshole to bits, but they go, at least I didn't sit on a fucking Portaloo.
Oh, well, I guess I've run... That's why they probably all were clean, because no cunt out the gun wants to use them.
They just used for piss.
Yeah. No, that was just random. I'd never seen that because, like I said, shout out to having that pissed off option. Fucking A grade. They fucking, mate, no, not being able to wash your hands is pretty rare.
What else is coming up for CTC and proper true yarns? I know you're always spinning a million plates. Obviously, you talked about the charity stuff as well, but you're always a frequent flyer doing something. And I think last time we were talking to you, you just signed a big deal. Was it US Postal or something?
So yeah, we're working on stuff over in the US at the moment. Heap of stuff, different hat brands over there. But mate, fucking, you're just traveling, bro. Like, when I was here last, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, we did Mike Tyson. I was ringside for Mike Tyson.
That's right.
That was fucking cool. Next night went to John Jones.
Yes.
Got to shake Donald Trump's hand.
Did you?
Yeah. That's fucking like.
How pissed up were you? Were you like full ochre in his face?
Oh, so it was so funny because I'll show you the video. I've got it recorded. Because the boys are having a laugh. They're like, where the fuck is this cunt next? You know, because, like, it's ringside and there's a photo of, like, Logan Paul and I'm there. You know, like, there's a photo of Mike Tyson and I'm there. It was like a fucking, like,
Where's Wally?
Where's Wally, like, fucking thing. And, like, yeah, you know, then the cunts would put, like, fucking Jesus, like, they do memes, they have, like, Jesus on the cross and then they have me as one of the disciples in the background. And they're like, you're fucking everywhere, you clown. But, yeah, that was mad. Like, we're there and we had, obviously, very good seats. And then, yeah, Donald Trump, like Dana White gives us a fist pump. Donald Trump comes along and the Secret Service says, don't touch him, leave him. I'm like, fuck, they don't tell me what to do, cunt. Fucking hell. So literally, and all I said, hey, Australia needs you, Donald. Australia needs you, mate. I just put my hand out. He just reached out, he put his hand out, give me a shake, give me a tap on the back and said, thanks, mate, I appreciate it. And then kept going. Then I was like, in this surreal moment, that I'm there looking, going, fuck me, I literally just shook the hand of the world leader, like the
most powerful man on the planet.
Exactly. And then next minute, my fucking hand, I wasn't even looking.
Folded up your back.
Yeah, no, this hand comes over and reaches me, other hand, and starts saying, I looked to my left, it was Elon fucking Musk. I didn't even know to come down. So he's obviously thought Donald knew me, then had to come over to reach to fucking shake me hand too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll show you the video, yeah. And then so went home and had a wank with that hand.
Threw a couple of money shots.
Yeah, so richest man and the most fucking wealthiest man both shake the hand in the minute of 5 seconds. So
Life a crazy old thing.
Yeah,
Remember
that
that. This shit just happens to you.
Yeah.
You're saying off here, right?
fucking yeah, like just I don't know, just get put into random. So then the next night we fly to the CMA Awards in Nashville. So we fly to Nashville, but the CMA's on a couple of days later.
Carry on. I think I know where this is going. I got wind of this, but I haven't said anything, so no one listening knows. But I got a very small snippet of the story from Curb from the Two Flogs podcast.
Yeah.
But please, by all means, tell us. I want to hear it firsthand.
Yeah, so we're there, and at the CMA Awards, so obviously Country Music Awards, Awards or Association Awards. They you've got all the major American artists. So same thing, we're front row, mate. Like Combsy's in front of us, Kojo's in front of us, like Lainey Wilson, Post Malone, Jelly Roll, all the big boys. Like it is insane. So with the awards, you've got to go in and you've got to sit down, and it's all live. The whole lot's live. So the only time you can get up for a piss is during a commercial break. But the piss is or grab another drink. But it's literally like a 2-minute commercial break. It takes you fucking at least 2 minutes to get there, then get back. So you got to wait.
And they've got seat fillers too.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say. So if you don't get back in time, they've got seat fillers to fill. So it looks like the whole place is full the whole fucking time, which is so random because you get back and you're like, get out of my seat, cunt. Like, fuck off. But that would be a mad job just to be in like front row seats to different places. And
So that's it. I'll give you a bit more insight from MTV days. Those same music awards, they'll have seat fillers, and then they'll have a bunch of people that get screened as screamers, which fill around the stage. So they get paid. So when you see an award show going on and they're, fucking dancing away and there's a whole bunch of people walk out and they go, yes, they have to fucking scream. If you're not screaming and you're in the crowd because it's paid position, they get about $280 for being in there. If you're seen not fucking full fizz levels, they just fucking yank you stage left with a big shepherd's crook out of the crowd, and they fuck you off and replace you with someone that's there.
Yeah,
so
right.
So it looks awesome the whole time. So when someone's presenting on a microphone, people behind like going, yeah, fucking go bananas. They're paid to be there.
Yeah, wow. I did not know that. I knew obviously the seat fills, but yeah. But so we're sitting there and Anyway, Keith Urban's from a place by the name of Caboolture, and now Caboolture's a pretty fucking wild, rough and ready. Like it's getting better now, And shout out Caboolture, I love Caboolture. Like a lot of my clients are from Caboolture, but it's a fucking wild place. Like you probably wouldn't walk the streets of Caboolture at night. Like it's fucking, and it's wild. So anyway, he's from there. So I turn and look, and I always usually have a hat on me, and I turn and look, and Luke Combs is talking to Keith Urban. And I'm like, fuck, righto. And they said, this is written, under no circumstances are you to speak to the others, interact with the others. It's their own time, it's their own awards, rah. And same thing. I said, fuck this, they can't tell me what to do. Fucking, I'm on the floor with fucking Chris Stapleton, and everyone's there. Like, fuck off, and I've paid to be there. Like, and the awards ceremony's 3/4 done, so if they kick me out, well, fuck it,
Yeah.
I've walked up and they're there. I said, oh, sorry to interrupt, boys. I said, fucking hell, Keith, for a cunt from Caboolture, you haven't done too bad, have you? Well, mate, Keith just starts pissing himself laughing, just going, you fucking Queenslanders, what are you doing? Had a big yarn, met him and Luke, and it was fucking cool, But, he's...
Shoot your shot, eh?
Yeah, just fucking...
And I think there's something that's disarming about, like, if it was an American, they would have fucking pounced on you and binned you.
Oh.
I think there's something about Australians and Kiwis where there's like, you're just kind of like, fuck, you guys are just a different breed, so you get away with that shit in the States.
Yeah.
Everyone else just gets rolled up and fucked up.
Just get smoked, yeah. And he pissed himself laughing. And it was just cool, and fun, but a very fun, cool night, but different. Same thing. I thought all these, you blokes probably deal with it more than I do, but I thought all these people that stand up and say these amazing fucking speeches and all stuff that they just off the cuff, fuck off. There's a screen behind them or above the camera that I'm like, what the fuck? Now you had artists performing their hit songs that they've probably fought 1,000 times. It's on a fucking big screen with the fucking, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, you're meant to be performers.
You can't be that good. You have to fucking have a screen for the lyrics of your own song. I don't know if you need to be here, mate.
Heaps of them are even, they'll play over the top of a track.
Yeah.
And so you watch them, they'll be singing and then go off and they're still singing the way. Yeah. Come back here. Oh, shit, sorry.
Are you coming over for the Rock 2000?
Well, yeah.
You are now.
If you boys have us, I'll
100%.
come, yeah.
Yeah.
Get Buster and I in and we'll just have a few fucking wild yarns for you.
We would absolutely love to have you there.
And one thing, that's just before we round out, fellas, fucking Potty Royale next year. We need you at least to be there. Not to fight. If you don't want to fight, we don't care, but fucking...
I got the text from... We both got the text from Curb yesterday, and I was like... weighing it up, it's like, fuck me. And it's same as what you are as well. Yeah. Maybe it's a piss poor excuse, but it's like, if I want to do it, I want to commit 100%. Like, but do you know what I did like the look of? Was so the answer is no, I won't be fighting. But I was like, I wouldn't mind being part of the commentary team. Fuck that look like. Those boys did such a great job.
100%, yeah.
It's a fucking good night.
And I wouldn't mind just being there smashing piss and watching people punch on.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So regardless, just come over so you don't have to fight
or be on a table and just
be on a table and just get fucking railed. Yeah. So 100%, like literally, from the director of the company, we want you to be there. Like, unfortunately, you couldn't come this year. But
that was a blowout. All I was thinking the whole time that I was over it, because I was in Australia. I was down the road in fucking Byron Bay.
Literally could throw a rock and fucking hit the vent.
Yeah. I'm still on the fence. I'd like to I want to get back into the ring. And it'd give me something to focus on so I wouldn't be such a piece of shit for the rest of the year.
I would love to see you go with a full, like, Jay was like 3 weeks out before he could start sparring again, wasn't it?
I got out of the hospital with 4 weeks to go.
Yeah.
So that's
a bit of a terrible run-in for you last fight.
Yeah, zero fitness, and then it fucked out again the following year. So it's kind of a bit of unfinished business there.
But did you see that video, that quick stitch up of that fellow I did that, boys? So Renee Grace.
Oh my God, yes.
Hey, that was unreal, eh?
Elite. Well, we'll explain it for the people that haven't seen it, but you can still purchase the pay-per-view on Alpha Events.
Yeah. And that was another cockfight. We didn't. The pay-per-view people shit the bed and fucked us over.
Fucked it, anyway. They what? I was a part of that, but anyway.
Anyway, that's a
learning.
Oh well, it's Anyway, he's not. Yeah, shout out to everyone out there. We did our best. We thought we put the right person in charge, and you just fucked the whole show. And and if you need
everyone got on eventually.
Yeah, but it's
extremely frustrating because the amount of work that you guys put in leading up, and you take a man on his word, and it fucks out. Was that second year in the row it did that?
Yeah. So we changed companies to this guy because he said, and before the fights happened, his company was called before the fight. I walked up to him and said, "Hey mate, your pay-per-view's not working, rah." And he goes, "No, it's all good." I said, "Mate, it's not working." Like, I'm in text messages, and this before it even started. So he had plenty of fucking warning. And then Cam told him, Gibbo told him, Cass told him, and I walk out for Zach's fight, the first fight, and he's ringing the fucking bell. I said, "Mate, what are you fucking doing?" I said, "This is bullshit." I said, "Your system fuck. Get out the back and fix it." You know, like people are trying to pay to get on, and they couldn't get on, which is disgusting. You know, and I said, "Mate, like this is wrong. Like people haven't paid 2, 3, 4 times. You know, like we're going fuck. Like so that's what he said. Get a refund, get your money back. Like it's not a reflection of us. It was just." And he just didn't. He tried to cheap out. He didn't have a big enough service system. And then when he upgraded, it got maxed. Then he upgraded again, it got maxed. Like it just, he tried to. He knew all the analytics first of how many people, and he just tried to be a shit cunt. Yeah. And in the end, it made us look bad. But yeah, I apologise to everyone because that's not what we wanted, you know. So, but yeah, long story short, I know we got a fucking there's Renee Gracie's boxing coach is 6'9" and massive, like fucking huge. And so we got the 7-man blindfold fight, and we had one blind boxer on the 7-man blindfold fight. And so he's come in. And I teed it up with Big Dean beforehand and Benny, the blindfolder, say, "Hey, this is what's going to happen. So pretend a reason you can't fight." I said, and then we'll say that if you got a proxy and you say yeah, and I'll say that, you know, we've got Dean from We Fuck Cunts Up podcast or something come out. So this is what happened, did it? So and no one knew. So I had all the other directors that come to, they didn't know what the fuck was going on. It was just me, the blind guy, and this ginormous motherfucker knew what was going on.
Who's literally the biggest human they've ever built.
Yeah, exactly. And I said to him, I said, "Hey mate," I said, "before you come out," I said, "Mate, do 100 push-ups, make sure you're veiny." I said, "Make it think like these blokes who just fucked your daughter or something real, and just come out like just like a psychopath, like just proper real raging." And he's like, "Yeah, I can do that for you, Knuckles." So I'm like, "Boss," he just steams out, man, like fucking hell. And and all these boys are just shit bricks. So I made them blindfold all the other fellas first, and then put the blindfold on Benny, and Dean stepped out of the ring. But they were in there swinging thing. They just
At any moment they're waiting to get on a freight train.
And I remember I said, "Good luck with that, boys. He looks like he fucking ate Thor." and then Pooh goes, "If he didn't eat him, he held him down and fucked him." It was fucking. But yeah, that was just sort of shit we get away with. But yeah, next year, boys, we want you to be a part of it. As I said, commentary team, table, drinking piss, whatever we got to do, come over and because it'd be fucking honoured to have you there. You know.
I reckon we go for a not for radio table just straight off the bat, and we'll bring a couple of people over from different parts of the world that listen to the podcast. It'd be great to get.
That'd be fucking cool.
Yeah. Get a couple of people from the UK, a couple of people from stateside, Canada and South Africa, and fucking make a real party of this. Get some tourism Queensland money to fucking help top it up.
Fuck yeah.
All right, Knuckles, mate. We've got another interview that we're about to jump into, mate. But fuck, we love spending time with you. Yeah, it's a shame that their radio show gets in the way of a good afternoon pub session on a Friday. But at least you'll beat the traffic on the way back. I assume you're heading back down now?
Yeah, I'm up forever, boys.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, sweet,
mate. Fucking mega. And should we give some of those hats away?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, to any of the boys, anyone at part, anyone comes on, mate. Yeah, there's a big box there. So whatever you reckon, or any rock listeners, mate, I'm happy to give away because like I said, a lot of my support and followers and consumers that support me and put bread and milk on my table, are here. So I'm happy to give away, to whoever you reckon deserves it.
Yeah, we'll come up with a.
Let's go CTC with your name, address through to the Not For Radio Facebook page. We'll have a few in there, and then we'll do some giveaways later as well. You're a good fucking man, Knuckles.
Yeah, cheers, boys. Thanks for having us.
What a time to be alive.
Hot damn.